Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me, guys. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. I hope life is treating you kind. I hope you're treating yourself good too also, and I hope you're loving yourself. Awesome. Let's talk about sex. Today is not today's not gonna be today's not a haul. I want to talk with you guys. There's this very dicey topic. It's also a touchy topic that is really huge today, and it's a topic that you need to thread lightly, sort of. But I feel that I can speak on it because I do believe it applies to me also. And this is a topic about being fat. Let's just hit the nail on the head. Anyways, fat. I want to talk about obesity. Right? Now, why I feel that I can talk on this is because I have been on both spectrum. I have been thin and I have been obese. Then I was thin. Then I am obese. So I understand how both of those scenarios feel like. And I can speak on my own experiences on both scenarios. So the first time I actually experienced the word or what people call now as fat shaming, I was 7, and it was a cousin of mine. He used the word "mata" to describe me, and he said, "Look at you, you're just mat." And everybody burst into laughter. Everybody laughed. Everybody were laughing so hard that at that time, to be honest, I really didn't understand the correlation between that word and me. And it took me some minutes to actually sit down and try to understand that, oh, something that is just huge and takes up space, that was me. Now, at that time, I was super active, to be honest. I was really active. Now, I was overactive, to be honest, because there were things that I was doing that most peers of mine could not do. I was very flexible. I was really flexible. I could do the splits with ease without even thinking about it. I could flip my hands backwards without even thinking about it. Just take it all backwards without thinking about it, and it will go to the back, and I'll bring it back without thinking about it. But I was bigger than my peers, and my cousins saw me as obese. Now, when I understood what he was saying, I felt bad. I cried and I told my dad about it, and my dad was like talking to him like nobody should call my daughter and all of that. But it stuck with me. It really did stick with me. I did try to brush it off and act as if I didn't feel it, but it stuck with me. Then I went to boarding school and I lost a huge amount of weight. A huge amount of weight. And I came back home, and then before going back to school, I started putting on a little bit of weight. Then I became curvy. Then my feminine parts started showing. I started growing an ass. I started growing huge hips. I started growing boobs. So then someone else that was close to me was like, we were discussing, and then they now made fun of me. I was like, look at how wide your hips is. It's too wide. It's just too wide. And that made me feel really bad. Because at that time, I was old enough to understand when you're making fun of a person for their weight. I felt really bad. And ever since then, I started to wear things that were baggy, like male. Like I didn't want to wear anything that would show my figure whatsoever. So I then started finding comfort in food. I was hiding my feelings. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't, because I grew up Nigerian, and at that time it's hard for you to actually speak to someone. Now, my dad was someone I could speak to, but my dad was in the military and he was very busy, and I did not want to bother my dad with things like that. Things that I knew that I could easily try to like work on it myself. But I wasn't ready to work on it. I was just being angry, and then I was taking it out on food. To be honest, I was eating myself away, to be honest. And I refused to work out whatsoever at that time. I refused. I just kept getting angry and harming myself. It got to a point that I went for an interview. No, I went to serve my country after university, and I couldn't get a uniform, because you're all given a uniform, but I couldn't get a uniform because I was too big for the biggest size they had. They had to give me 2 uniforms to sew together to make into mine. Even at that, when the tailor was sewing that, they kept looking at me a certain way. And if I was riding in a bus, because then I didn't have a car, so if I was riding a bus, there were certain seats I had to sit down in, because I couldn't sit down with every other person. It's either people do not want to sit there because I was too big and I was taking up a seat for 2, or the conductor would ask me to pay for 2, which was mostly what I was doing, or I sit in the front seat. And even at that, if the bus is not big enough, the person sitting next to me will still be squeezing themselves. So I had a lot of things I was carrying. I still didn't lose weight. Now, instead of exercising and instead of dieting, well, not dieting per se, instead of exercising and watching what I ate, I decided to go on like crazy diets. Then you would see people advertising, oh, you lose 50 pounds in 1 week if you take this application. If you take this, if you do this. I bought all of it. I was taking it. I was hurting myself, but it wasn't working. Instead of it to work, I was increasing. Then I went on crazy diets. I've tried so many diets, guys, so many diets. And I've done keto. At first, I started losing weight, and then I plateaued, and then I fell ill. I was really ill, and the doctor warned me to stop. If not, I was going to kill myself. So I had to stop keto. Then I went on vegan diet, and then I fell ill. Then I stopped and I did the egg diet, and I fell ill. So it still didn't click to me that I needed to actually see a dietitian. It just didn't click. But I hated that word, you're obese. I hated the word, you're fat. And I hated how I looked. I started working out. There was an online, there was a coach, a trainer that I had then. But she was doing, like, she did a class for us, and it was on WhatsApp. So she gives us exercises, and we do them morning and nights. I was doing that. It was working to an extent, right? To an extent. But at that time, I wanted something that was just going to, like, work fast. Drop the whole weight in 1 month. Yes! or have a flat stomach in just 3 days. Yes, that was the mindset I had about weight loss. That was the mindset I had about, oh, when you start working out, this is how it's going to be. But I didn't really understand the fact that it takes time. Now, why it's like that is because the type of body I have, it's not about just eating. It's about letting the body sit. If I let my body sit without any physical activity whatsoever for, give me a week, I would gain so many pounds, you will not believe it. But it was affecting me. Seriously. And I lost a lot. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of loved ones. I never believed that I was worth I never believed I was worth the time, or I was messed up, basically. So it took me getting here, listening to a therapist. I had a lot of baggage I needed to offload. And I realized that everything actually works together. Your trauma works together with the way you relate with people. It works with the way you keep your home. It works together with the way you keep yourself. It works with the way you do things. Yeah. Speaking with the therapist, actually, it was actually eye-opening. It was really eye-opening to some things that I never thought had an impact on my weight. After that, I spoke with a dietitian, and I learned a lot. I used to believe that exercise, yes, working out, taking all of this, lose weight fast is the best. But I was mind blown when I was told that exercise is 25%, but what you put in your body is 75. I was like, wait, what? And I was shocked to find out that, yes, what you put in your body is 75. Your workout is 25. Now, at that time that I heard that, I was like, wow, okay. I went to my pantry and I looked, I was like, oh, Lord. Okay. I have everything that they said I shouldn't eat. I have everything in my pantry. All of it, I have it. What am I going to do? Then I spoke with another dietitian, and she advised me, and she was like, you shouldn't eat this food. Why don't you start with portion control? And then we devised a method that I got this plates that they have for kids where you put vegetables, carbs, and protein and like that. Yes. So start with portion control. Guys, I did that, and then I was working out, and it helped. The funny thing was, I had a doctor's appointment like 2 months prior. When I went and I got on the scale, my doctor was shocked. He did a take 2. He was like, no, let me go check the video, or let me see your last weight. And I dropped immensely. My doctor was so happy because he's one that has been advocating for me to lose weight because I really need to lose weight. So, ever since I stopped stopped feeling bad about being told I needed to lose weight. I started to see it as an avenue to better myself. Now, we all differ. I'm just talking about me. Guys, before you come for me, I'm talking about me. And then I have backslid a lot of times, to be honest. I have. Like, look at me. I have backslided a lot of times. A whole lot of times. Let me tell you. But one thing I have realized is you're definitely going to fall. But rising up and continuing the journey is what matters most. Because if you decide to stay down, you will be down. But once you rise up and you take the bull by the horn again and you continue to strive forward, you will definitely make a move. You will definitely make an impact. You will definitely move forward. Now, I was placed on Ozempic because I was pre-diabetic. It was working. But then I fell ill. So I had to stop. After all of this, guys, what I realized is you can go ahead and start working out. You can go ahead and start taking the magic pills. You can go ahead and start using Ozempic or
So guys,
what I realized is if you do all of that and you don't know how to caution what you eat, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard because that's the journey I am on now. Cautioning and knowing what to eat. Because you can take all of these pills and then lose weight. But if you don't know how to incorporate your exercise and what you eat, you're definitely going to increase. Trust me, I know. I can tell you, you're definitely going to increase. But if you learn the work to work out, exercise, you don't need to push yourself too far. Just start somewhere. If you learn to do that and then you understand how to eat, I do believe these two things. Guys, I'm not a doctor, disclaimer. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a nutritionist. I am just talking about what I feel would work for me. You are free to do what you feel. I'm talking about what I believe would work for me. So this is a journey I am on. I am understanding the fact that I need to work out. I am trying to figure out the consistency and the days I intend to work out. For the past 3 weeks, I have been working out every weekday. But then my body started to react negatively to it. And when I spoke to my doctor about it, they advised I did it 3 days a week. And then I shut down. Now I'm picking up my pace with the 3 days a week. I am trying to figure out which days I would love to work out. Now, the weekends are out because I'm booked solid for my weekends. So I may be able to throw in like a 30 minutes very early in the mornings around 5. Not promised, but I'm trying to look at the weekdays when I can place my workouts in so that I can work with also that schedule. I'm understanding how not cutting out carbs. I am understanding how to eat every food, but in moderation. Now, I'm going with portion control and the incorporation that the nutritionist gave me, with the veggies and the protein and then the carbs. That's what I'm starting with, or that's what I'm going with, because I have noticed that if I cut out carbs completely from my diet, it doesn't end well. Trust me, guys, I have gone the mile. It doesn't end well at all. So these are the things that I am trying to do for myself now. Workouts, I do. There are days that I walk. Now, when it was summertime, I was always going for a walk in the morning for 30 minutes. And then I come back home and then I do an in-home workout. But ever since winter, ever since fall, I haven't been able to go because I don't have winter gear yet. And I don't have a walking pad yet. I am trying to get a walking pad. But the ones I have been seeing, or the ones that are not expensive, are the ones that don't actually go up to the weights to which I am in right now. So when I have the money to purchase the workout pad or the treadmill that would take my size or my weight, and that is not bulky enough because I don't have room. I need something that I can easily put underneath my chair or somewhere that is not going to take up space after use. So that's what I am actually trying to get. Yes, so that's another thing, because most of the ones that I've seen that are very compact and usable, they only range to a certain weight limits. And I have heard that if you get something that you weigh more than, it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to work, or it's not going to last. It's just going to last like some few weeks or so. And I don't want to waste money, so I want to get the one that is actually, my weights are a little bit higher than my weight, and so I can use that to actually lose weight, because I really enjoy walking. I really do enjoy walking. It was really helping me. And let me tell you, walking is awesome. It's really awesome. It works with the whole of the body. I was seeing results. It was helping me tremendously. A lot of people were like, oh, wow. I got a lot of people into walking in my area. A lot of people, because when they saw me, they were motivated to actually walk. And so I feel bad that I can't walk during the winter, but I don't have the gear, so I would not risk it. I would not risk it. Yeah. And the second part I wanted to talk about is, let's talk about sex. Fat sex. Guys, I've had sex while I was slim and while I am chubby. And it's different. To be honest, it's very different. If you have been slim and you've had sex while you were a small size compared to while you were a big size, you know it's different. For me, I'm speaking on myself. And to be honest, we do enjoy sex while we're big. But I enjoyed sex more while I was a smaller size, because there were so many things that I could experience. There were so many things I could do. But I am constrained with my size being big, and coupled with health issues. So, because with weight comes health issues. A lot of people, being big doesn't suit me. It doesn't work for me health-wise. So that's why I am trying my best possible to lose my weight, to lose the weight and keep it off. This is my goal, lose the weight and keep it off. Not just because I want to have sex. Sex is part of it, because sex is interesting. But I want to be healthy for myself. I want to be healthy for my children. I want to be healthy because it's good to be healthy, guys. I want to be able to run with my children. I want to be able to jump. I want to be able to do certain activities that I can't do right now because of my weight. So yes, I want to lose weight because I want to enjoy sex. I do want to enjoy sex more, because right now I don't even like having sex because of my weight. I really don't. I don't want to. It's the last thing on my mind. I do not want to have sex. I don't think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to hear about it. Sorry. I love myself. Don't get me wrong. But I do not like having sex while being big, because there are things that I like to do that I cannot do right now because I am constrained. I have a big belly. It blocks me from doing certain things. I have a fat ass. I love the ass. But it's for this big body. And it's stopping me from doing certain things. Now I want to be proportionate. I don't want to be thin. I want to be curvy, but lesser weight. So I can enjoy certain things in life that I'm supposed to enjoy normally. This is how I feel. Now I don't know about any other person, but this is how I feel. Guys, let me know down below. How do you feel? How do you feel? Those of us that are big, what do you think? Am I wrong, or what is your own experience? If you are also in the big community, what is your experience with being big and physical activities? Certain physical activities, running, walking a distance, hiking, jumping, sex, health-wise. What do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? I am not saying we should be thin. No. I am not asking you to be skinny. No. I'm just saying I want to be healthy for myself, for my children, and to enjoy life to the fullest, because life is meant to be lived, and I want to live life the way I want to, the way I deserve to. So that's why I feel I want to lose weight. Thank you so much for listening to me, guys. If you're new, please subscribe, join the family. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to me. Do have a wonderful day. God bless you. Live your life to the fullest. Like I always say, show the people you love them. Tell the people you love them. Tomorrow is not promised. Live your life to the fullest. God bless you. Bye-bye.